The enemy is at work. And the Bible declares that whoever will allow the enemy to work in them, he'll work in them. Y'all didn't hear me. Sometimes people think they're doing stuff on their own, not realizing that it's the enemy that's working in them. And sometimes people think that they are hurting you by what they're doing, not realizing that it's the enemy that's working in them, and it's for their destruction, and not yours. But as leaders, we hurt when we see you being destroyed. When you pray, it don't matter. You have to follow the direction of God. And when you are putting fire on the altar, the fire, when you're putting wood on the altar, because the fire is already there, our job is to keep the fire going. The wood that you're putting on the altar is obedience. Somebody need to hear that again. The wood that you're putting on the altar is obedience. And sometimes being obedient, let me change that. All the time, being obedient rub you the wrong way. It wouldn't be called obedience if it didn't cost you. It wouldn't be called compliance if it didn't mean it went against your will. Jesus shows this in the garden when he decided in his humanity that when he was looking at what he had to suffer on the cross, and he would say, Father, if it be your will, remove this from me. He didn't want to go there and have nails in his hands and nails in his feet. He didn't want to take that beating, especially when he didn't deserve it. Who wanted a whooping? But Jesus didn't want to take that beating, but he said, nevertheless, not my will, but your will. My point is this: obedience always costs us something. That's right. And the obedience at 4:30 this morning cost me sleep. I tried to argue, and Jesus said, you want to go sleep? Pray. Here's the list. Obedience will always cost you. So now, the Bible tells us, this is what I want you to see. You can't be obedient until there's a separation. Let's go to Ephesians 5 and 8. Yeah, do y'all mind if I just teach this morning and don't preach? For ye were sometimes darkness, but now are light in the Lord. How should we walk? Come on, how should we walk? How should we walk? Do anybody understand what that means? We were in darkness, but now we're in light. Amos 3 and 3. Somebody need to mark that. Some of y'all need to mark that because I'm going to go somewhere y'all ain't going to like where I'm going. If you're trying to be saved, you can't be a friend to the world. I'll say it again. If you're trying to live holy. See, this is what's wrong with the church. We don't do this kind of teaching no more. If you're trying to live holy, you can't be a friend to the world. How can two walk together except they are in agreement? And you want to know why your fire going out? You got more friendship with the world and worldly people than you do with Christ.
Amen. Yes.
You got more fellowship with people in the world than you do with people who go to your church. Sad thing is, half the people who go to your church are world. Uh-oh, you look down. Did I say something wrong? You praying for me? I just got to be bishop.
Come on, Bishop.
And if you go to hell, when you stand before judgment, you ain't going to be able to lie and say, Bishop didn't tell you.
Right.
Bishop don't tell you. You ain't got to like it. But Bishop don't tell you. This is one church where you come to, you ain't going to be able to get before God and lie and say, you didn't know. Because the wood you got to put on your fire to keep your altar burning is your obedience. That's your sacrifice. Is my sacrifice, is your sacrifice. You don't want to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and read your Bible. You don't want to go on that 3-day fast. You get mad when the Spirit wakes you up at 3 o'clock in the morning and tell you to pray. You know, something woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what that something was. You just want to sleep.
That's funny.
And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. Tell them they're wrong. Baby, I love you, but what you are doing is not right. I'm not judging you, but wrong is wrong. See, now we live in a day and time now, you can't tell people they're wrong. It don't make no sense that everybody else is right, but since you are a Christian, you're wrong. You take this away. The Satanists is right. They got a right to do or say whatever they want to say. They can kill your cat, they can kill your dog, they can kill your baby on the altar. And you ain't got a right to say nothing about it. Because if you do, you are a hater. I'm going to get in trouble. The polygamist is right. But you as a Christian is wrong. Everybody hating on Trump. Yeah, we got a stupid president. But the one thing the stupid president is doing is keeping the Christians safe. You know why? Everybody, the world is so raised up against him, and because he's not allowing the homosexual agenda to get where he want to go. Because if the homosexual agenda get where we want to go, the Christian church, every church is going to have a padlock on it, because we're the only thing that's standing and saying, you are wrong. Yes, God is love, but he ain't talking about that kind of love. The Bible says, let every man have his own wife. That means let every woman have her own husband. It's unnatural for a man to be walking around talking about my husband. I'm going to leave it alone. Because you're going any further, you are a hater. You don't hate the person. You hate the deed. Because the bottom line is this. That sin ain't no worse or no more gross than you sleeping around with other people who ain't no wife or your husband. If you're sleeping with somebody you're not married to, you ain't no better than the homosexual. That sin ain't no greater. Sin is sin. 2 Corinthians 6:17, read it out again.
Wherefore, come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you.
All right. So now you want to know why you ain't being received? You're touching nasty. God, I ain't hearing you. You ain't hearing you. You're touching nasty. So come out from among unbelievers. And separate, sever, cut them off. You ain't got no business hanging out with people who don't believe like you. Show you now. Jehovah's Witness won't hang with you. They get excommunicated. But ain't nobody talking about them. Islamic people, they'll be your friend, but they ain't hanging with you unless they can make you, they can convert you. But ain't nobody talking about them. And you know what? They're right and you're wrong. And society let them say that. But they ain't letting them they ain't letting you say you right and they wrong. You a hater. Everybody got a voice except the Christian. You know why? That's the devil's plan. You know why? Because we right. Our word is right. They always try to suppress the truth. After I got you all messed up, I don't know what to believe. Get off the internet and open up your word. Amen. Look at what's happening in the world. Look at all the earthquakes that's happening in California. Look at the tsunami. Look at the holes they find in the polar caps. Look at the ice storm in Mexico. Look at 90 degrees in Anchorage, Alaska. Look at the heat wave we're experiencing. Oh, for some of y'all got to wait till we disappear. It won't be long. Woo! It won't be long. Woo! Glory! Hallelujah. Now, let me soften it up. Let's go back to Ephesians. I might soften this, so I don't know, I might not. Let's go back to Ephesians 5. Y'all do see this as the word, right? This stuff y'all don't like to read. You like to read Psalms. Bless me, O Lord, and I'll be clean. Y'all just want the blessing. Y'all don't want to walk that way to get the blessing. There's a certain way you got to walk to get the blessing. I'm trying to be quick. I told y'all what happened. That's going to be getting hot. Y'all might be cool, but it's hot standing up here. It don't really is. Ephesians 5:1, verses 1 through 8. Got it? Read it, Heather.
Be therefore followers of God as dear children, and walk in love as Christ also loved us, and hath given himself for us as an offering and sacrifice to God for a sweet-smelling savor.
Stop right there. Stop right there. That's the next part. You ain't already here. So stop before that. Be ye therefore followers of God. Be a follower of who?
God.
Buddha.
God.
Hare Krishna.
God.
Allah.
God.
Satan.
God.
Athena.
God.
Isis.
God.
And walk in who?
Love.
Walk in love. Does it sound like I'm walking in love this morning? Oh, y'all tell me the truth now. Y'all can tell me the truth. Does it sound like I'm walking in love?
Yes.
To all of y'all?
Yes.
Some of y'all want to say no. But I am. Because love will take you to truth.
That's right. Amen.
As Christ has also loved us and has given himself for an offering and a sacrifice. Now, I got to stop there because remember I told you now, we're talking about the altar. The altar is already built a day. The fire is already there. So we got the altar and the fire. It's already there. The wood is already there. Everything we need is already there. Except what we need to keep the fire going. And that is the offering. Somebody say the offering.
Offering.
And the sacrifice. Now, Jesus showed us the way. God did this when Abraham was getting ready to sacrifice Isaac. God said, stop. I see what you was going to do. I see what you was willing to do. God said, I would not allow you to do more than I'm going to do for you. You were willing to offer your son, I am going to offer mine. And Jesus went willingly. So now this is what he asks us to do. He asks us to offer ourselves. I beseech you therefore, brethren, Romans 12:1-2. I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you will present yourself a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. That's the reason he asks us to offer ourselves as a sacrifice. Your obedience is the sacrifice. Your obedience is the sacrifice. And when you are obedient to the end, there's a great reward coming. Your sacrifice, brother girl, smells good to God. Oh, y'all didn't catch that, Real Frank. When you sacrifice yourself to do what God said do, it smells good to God. Oh, y'all didn't catch that. When you sacrifice yourself to do what God says, it smells good to Him. He see your suffering. He see your pain. He see what you're going through. But he see your perseverance. He said that through it all, no matter what I'm going through, no matter how bad I feel, no matter how much they're talking about me, no matter how bad they're treating me, I'm still going through. No matter what, I'm still going through. I'm doing what God wants me to do. I'm still going through. And God said it smells good to me. They're talking about me, but I'm going through. It smells good to me. They're persecuting me, but it smells good to me. They're trying to kill me, but I'm going through. I'm doing what you told me to do. It smells good to me. And it has a great reward. I appreciate y'all allowing me to teach this. Come on, Helen. Verse 3.
But fornication and all cleanliness or covetousness, let it be not once named among you, as becometh saints, neither filthiness or foolish talking, nor jesting, which not convenient, but rather giving thanks. For this ye know, that no whoremonger, or unclean person, or covetous man, who is an idolater, hath an inheritance in the kingdom of Christ and of God. Let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of God upon the children of disobedience. Be not ye therefore partakers with them. For ye are sometimes...
What I tell you? All right, go ahead and read verse 8.
For ye were sometimes darkness, but now are ye light in the Lord. Walk as children of light.
All right, so now look. Verse 6. Because you're doing these things, you will experience the wrath of your disobedience. Why are these things happening to me? Because you're disobedient. Why God? No. You also, why am I disobedient? Your disobedience is allowing all these things to happen. Your disobedience is what's allowing all this stuff. You want to know why there's so much sickness in the world? Your disobedience. You want to know why there's so much killing in the world? Your disobedience. Y'all don't get it, do you? The body of Christ is supposed to be the governor of the world. He put everything in our hand. But we allow Satan to take it through our disobedience. How are we disobedient? Well, let's see. But fornication and all uncleanliness or covetousness, let it not be once named among you as becoming saints. Nobody who say they are filled with the Holy Ghost ought to be a fornicator. See, it's okay when I talk about the homosexual, but now let me talk about the fornicator.
Right.
Somebody say same sin.
Same sin.
If you are saved, you ought not be having sex. And you ain't married. Well, Bishop, I've got needs. Well, get married. Better to marry than to burn. Well, I've been trying to find me a husband. You ain't going to find him laying in bed with him. I guarantee you this, when you lay in bed with, ain't him. He ain't gonna buy the cow when you get the milk free. Bishop, you gonna be a cow? You giving away the milk? I feel like he ain't gonna buy honey if he can get the bee for free. All uncleanliness, that covers everything else. That means you can't be there taking care of yourself in the midnight hour. Can't be on the website laying on 4 fingers.
Midday.
Morning, afternoon, midday. Got the door locked. Talking about I need a minute. Can't hear all that. But it's healthy for them. No, it ain't. It ain't healthy. That's what the world say. That ain't what God say. Well, Bishop, you covered it all today, ain't you? Neither filthiness or foolish talking. Sometimes I tell my boys, they be around there talking stupid. I say, I feel dumb for listening to you.
Right. Right.
Can you say a sack of rocks? Can you say a sack of rocks? Yeah, sometimes you dump the sack of rocks. You might want to go get you a bag and carry him around. Say, this is my friend. Or jesting. We like to tell jokes, but there's a time for jokes and there's a time not to joke. And our problem is we rather joke than talk about God. We'll stay up for a joke and laugh, but let somebody start talking about God, we like, you don't need no melatonin, you don't need nothing. All you got to do is sit around and start talking about God. Can I go to bed? Can I go to my room? Take their phone and say, we're going to have a Bible discussion. I need my phone so I can listen. No, you don't. Here's the Bible. We're going to do it the old-fashioned way. And they're going to want to go to bed quick. Or better yet, do like we do. You want to see the spirit come out? Put it on TV Joshua. Boy, the anger start to rise. They start to fussing. They get agitated. Can't sit still. Get to moving. Hey, and don't put on the one with the mermaid spirit. Woo! When they get to that acting up in the house, we say, we're going to put on TV Joshua. No! 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 Don't put on TV Joshua! No! What are you trying to say? Ain't got no spirit in me. Look here, I'm getting tired of you talking about I got a spirit. We'll bust you up. Say it one more time. Say it one more time. And it's going to be God watch the spirit try to deflect one another. Yeah. You got a spirit. And I'm a spirit. You got a spirit. No, not me. You the one. You the one. The spirit be telling. That one thing about the demons is tell on each other. Yeah. Cast him feeling. And so I ain't looking around. Come on, come on. So now I ain't got no feeling. I'm going to give you one more scripture and then I'll stop. Ephesians 5. Let's stand Ephesians 5. Y'all say Ephesians 5 is a great book to cast out devils. Ephesians 5 is a great book to cast out devils. Verse 15 through 19. It's a casting out devils book. 5:15, what does it say?
See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore, be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. And be not drunk with wine, wherein is excessive, but be filled with the Spirit, speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melodies in your heart to the Lord.
You can stop. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Somebody say, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Redeeming the time because the days are evil. Listen, if you are saved, everybody raise their hand and say they will fill the Holy Ghost. It's really time for you to start acting like you got the Holy Ghost. Walk circumspectly. That means it's time for us to watch how we are walking. People are watching you.
Yes.
They're watching how you react to things. They're watching how you act to things. They're watching how you walk, how you talk. They're watching you in situations. They're bringing things up that ought to shock you just to see how you act in a shocking situation. They want to gauge you. And you got to be wise. That means you got to use the wisdom of God. And you can't do that if your obedience is not on the altar. Oh, y'all ain't catch that. You can't do that if your obedience is not on the altar. Your obedience has to be on the altar so that your will is the will of the Father. The only way your will can be submitted to God is your obedience has to be submitted to God. And see, somebody need to write that down, but that ain't in my notes. The only way your will can be submitted to God is your obedience has to be submitted to God. Because if your obedience is not submitted to God, you will always do your own will. You want to know why things always seem right to you? Because your obedience is not submitted to God. That's why the scripture says there's a way that seemeth right unto man, but the end thereof is destruction. Every time you go your own way, you will meet with destruction. God will never lead you in a path of destruction. But every time you try to go your own way and do your own thing, you end up in disaster. The only way you can submit your will to God, your obedience have to be submitted on the altar. You have to sacrifice your obedience in order for your will to be submitted. That's how come our walk is so jacked up, because our obedience is not there, and we keep bucking. We keep bucking. We keep bucking against the yoke. You got 4:17.
This I say therefore, and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind.
That's it. You read. Down through 19.
Having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the light of God through the ignorance that is in them, because of the blindness of their heart, who being past feelings, having given themselves over to lasciviousness, to work all uncleanness with greed.
This I say then and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their minds. We'll stop. I beseech you therefore, brothers, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies in living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the if you don't have your mind renewed, you'll walk like everybody else. Here's what's wrong with the church. We're saying we're saved, and we're saying we're Holy Ghost filled, but we still got a mind like the world. We still think like they think. Therefore, we still act like they act.
Right.
We still cuss like they cuss. And we still fuss like they fuss. There ain't no change. Having the understanding dark, being alienated from the life of God through the ignorance that is in them. Sister Mary, we've been teaching stuff for years. I asked God, this is what first lady always tell me, we're ready to go, I need something higher. I need it. And you keep teaching the same. The problem is, the mind of the people can't take the deeper. And then what Paul said, I have to feed you like babes. I have to keep feeding you milk because you're not ready for meat. And the reason why I had to keep feeding you milk is because your minds are still like the world. And you're alienated from the things of God. Your mind can't receive what God wants to do. You want to know why the blessings are not there? You want to know why the miracles are not happening? It ain't because God can't do it. It ain't because God don't want to do it. Your mind can't receive it. Because you're alienated through the blindness of your own mind. Your understanding is darkened because you think like the world and not like God. Oh, y'all see, y'all still ain't got it because that was a shout right there. If I can elevate my mind to the God consciousness, I can have what I say. Through the ignorance that is in them, because of the blindness of their heart. Now the blindness of the heart ain't talking about this thing that beats in us, talking about the spirit. I get wounded because my mind is in control of my spirit. I'm going to say this again. I get wounded because my mind, my thinking, controls my spirit. When it ought to be the other way around. My spirit ought to control my thinking. Why? Because God is a spirit, and God communicates with my spirit. And God speaks to my spirit, which ought to tell me what to think. But instead, I allow my thinking, which Satan has access to tell my spirit what to think. So my spirit gets hurt. And I walk around with a wounded spirit. I'm done. See, I can teach like this all day. Because this is good to me. This is what I'm called to do. I can teach this all day because this is what I'm called for. You just can't take it. Go deeper and deeper and deeper. And you're alienated because your mindset can't receive it. And I had to keep feeding you, I had to keep telling you, come on, praise God. Won't he do it? Yeah, he ain't do it. He ain't going to do it for you. Because you received it with your mind, you ought to receive it with this. Healing belongs to me, but I can't get it if my spirit's not receiving it. My spirit has to receive the healing and then tell my mind I'm healed. Money belongs to me. I can't get it till my spirit receives it. When my spirit receives the money, then my spirit tells my mind, then my mind can receive it. But my mind, being alienated and darkened, will block my spirit from receiving anything. You want to know why you can't hear God? Your mind is blocking you. You got to lay your obedience on the altar. So your will can be submitted. And you can say, not my will, but your will be done. I want to do this, but is this what you want me to do? Right. Amen. I want to go here, but is this where you want me to go? When's the last time you asked God what he wanted from you? Who being past feeling have given themselves over to lasciviousness. Sister Heather, we think the Bible talking about this here kind of feeling. That ain't what he's talking about. When the word speaks, he ain't talking about your five senses. He's talking about your spirit. And since you quit feeling with your spirit, you have given yourself over to lasciviousness. Lasciviousness, for you all that don't know, is a failure to restrain yourself. You want to know why there's so much sexual sin in the world? Boys sleeping with boys and girls sleeping with girls and sleeping with animals and molestation and sex trafficking and all this other kind of stuff going on. We fail to restrain ourselves because we have gone past feeling. What make a man molest his own daughter? He got no feeling. His spirit is dead. Satan is in control. What make a man take a baby and drop it? Satan is in control. All these teachers having sex with their students. They went to school, paid all this money to get the license to teach. Now they can't teach no more, they still got to pay the government. And they go to jail. Lascivious. And our world has become a lascivious place. But they don't feel anymore. And the church is at fault. Because we have failed to lay our obedience on the altar. Church, we need to repent.